Team, how you doing? It's Mo. Let's open it up. It's the Arrma Kraton V5. There she is. Pop this out. Ooh, ooh, almost dropped her. Oh yeah, I'm loving that. I'm loving that. It is looking sick. It is looking big. The Arrma Kraton V5, fresh out the box. This is what else came in it. Instruction booklet, tools, optional speed gear, and the new remote from Spectrum. Oh man, I am so excited right now. Before we jump into it, let's do a quick size comparison of this thing to some other vehicles because it's pretty big. So compared to the Red Cat Kaiju, another 1A scale, you can see that the Kraton definitely has a longer wheelbase to it. You can see that these D-boot copperheads are bigger than these Red Cat all-terrains that are on here. You can see the Red Cat actually looks taller because of the body, but just the sheer stature of the Kraton compared to the Kaiju, Kraton's definitely got that bigger feel and look to it. The Kraton compared to the Arrma Notorious, its brother. This Notorious doesn't have the spoiler on the back, but you can just tell the Kraton too got a longer feel to it. Doesn't necessarily eclipse the Notorious, but just wanted to give you all a comparison of how these 2A scales by Arrmas look side by side with each other. Compared to the Arrma Mojave, and if you didn't know, the Mojave is classified as a 1/7 scale, and the Kraton is a 1/8 scale. They make a 1/5 scale Kraton, but obviously this is the 1A scale V5. I mean, it's hanging with the Mojave. It's not getting eclipsed by any means, and just from like first look, the Mojave looks taller, but the Kraton's hanging side by side with it. Compared to the Arrma Italian, I mean, obviously you're looking at a truggy versus like a monster truck. So the tires alone are going to make the Italian look smaller, the body, but they're essentially the same platform, except the Kraton has V5 changes to it. But just wanted to give you a side-by-side comparison of the Kraton versus Italian. Then you got the Kraton here versus the Big Rock, which is the 10th scale from Arrma, very popular one. It's like big brother and little cousin. And then the Kraton versus the Traxxas Max, which is pretty big for a 10th scale monster truck. You can see the Kraton's just eclipsing that. Before I jump into the details of what's new on the Kraton V5, I did want to kind of call out an important new feature, and that is this shock tower back here and the new geometric shape of it. It's important because if you look here, the old shock tower, it's easily bent. It's a big complaint from a lot of different end users on the V4 platform. So I'm glad they definitely went with a different geometric shape. Looks more stout. You know, doesn't look as long and you know, has that ability, you know, when things are longer, they kind of have the ability to bend, versus this is kind of shorter and stouter. And I wanted to call that out right away. That's a great improvement because I got to replace that. So probably the most important new feature, aside from the shock tower, which I'm very pleased with, is the electronics. The Spectrum Firma smart technology. You can have all the telemetry data on your phone. You can utilize the Spectrum app. That's the ESC. That's the engine. Looks really nice. You got to have the smart technology. I'm old school, but I kind of don't utilize that stuff, but I like to know my stuff has it. And you know, here's what the old ESC and engine look like in the V4 model. Another thing to note too is this new servo. This is the old servo. So let's dive into some more details on this box here. Let's get an up-close view on what's new. Before we jump in to the box and what's new, I wanted to call out this EXB compatibility here with that front chassis. I believe that's what they call that. The front top plate actually is what it's called. That's awesome, right? Cool thing to make that compatible. Another thing too is these packs that they have on the ESC as well. They have those on the Arrma Felony. So starting here on the box, you got a stronger chassis design. Live look at that right here. Another thing that's new is what I mentioned before, is that EXB compatible front top plate. Also the dual protocol Spectrum 3-channel receiver, the SR315, that is new. Larger volume receiver box. A shock tower, geometric change. You can see they have the safety input gears and the safety pinions. Yeah, you can see also they have some heavy duty arms front and rear. Gotta love that. That's good for bashing. Then of course, the Spectrum new digital servo. Steel gears. Spectrum Firma 150 amp ESC. Please note that I believe that the amps have not changed on the ESC. It's just Spectrum Firma with this smart technology. And the engine 4074 2050 kV Spectrum Firma, and that is the same specs of the BLX engine that was in the V4. So it looks like they kept the same amps for the ESC and specs for the motor, but it's just a Spectrum Firma stuff with the smart technology. You get all the telemetry data on your phone, on your app. Yeah, so team, we've went over what's new on the Arrma Kraton V5. We've compared it to some other 1/8 scales, to some other 10th scales. I guess there's only one thing left. Let's take it for its first run. All right, team, let's go. Arrma Kraton Maiden voyage. Fresh snow. Let's take her out to the street. Excited to see how this runs. Woo! Let's break her in. Oh, it feels. She feels lovely, team. Had some fresh snow in the Minnesota. Tons of power. Oh, I'm loving the way this feels. Stop handles on a dime. Oh, once the wheelie stock punch settings feel lovely. Wow. Yeah, she can snowbank a little bit. Gotta be careful on some of these things. They're icy. Oh, she can do it. Oh, she can snowbank. You gotta love that. Really nice, team. Tons of power. Snow sometimes, not good to let the RCs in there. To get the RCs in there, kind of get ice chunks stuck in there. That's probably why you won't see me bash on the quarter pipe today too much, or if at all, because the snow is super sticky. But what I will do, team, is we'll take her for a run where we can. Oh man, I'm so glad they put this engine and ESC setup. Feels amazing. Feels so nice. Snowbanking. So excited when this thing showed up at my door today. See how she looks coming straight? Woo-hoo! This thing's a monster. Feels really good, team. Oh, I might be able to get a speed test in on this road. Oh, she gets up to full speed, nice. Oh man, nice job, Arrma, on this configuration. Thing turns on a dime. Some snow bashing. Pretty soon in the winter when the snowbank's higher, I'm gonna have to do these snowbanking episodes where I just go climb snowbanks. Oh, that was big. She wants the wheelie. I can't wait to change the punch settings. Out the box, she feels really good, team. Very athletic. Very agile. I mean, that's just child's play getting it up to full speed. Oh, I'm loving this new setup. Oh, it held nice. Held nice. Wow. I had no idea how this config was gonna feel. It feels incredible, team. This config, man. I was like, is it gonna feel different? Oh, it feels different. It feels like a maniac. Yep. Yep. Doing all the right things. Feeling correct. Feeling balanced. Feeling in control. Just a driving machine. It's crazy, these 6S's, I mean, they're crazy, but the way this Kraton is designed, just the aerodynamics of it, the length, the tires, it just feels like indestructible on the turns. It feels like I can do whatever I want. Oh, we got... Try like, what the heck? Bye-bye. Can do everything. Very impressed, Arrma. Don't want to take out someone's mailbox. So in control. Man, just high energy. Look at it go. Yeah, it's a beast, all right. Had to do it on the street. Had to get the feel for it on the street, team. It's not the right type of snow today to run deep into it. So before I did all that, wanted to get a feel for how she felt on the road. I am not disappointed one bit. 5 out of 5. 6 out of 5. Haven't bashed her yet. That'll come up in another episode. Wanted to have this first run in Maiden Voyage with you guys, fresh out the box. And it is sick. I mean, it just does whatever I want. It really does. Lipo's getting down there. Look at that. Lipo is wearing down. Look at it cut through that snow. That's deep snow, guys. I mean, that is no joke. Arrma tough, baby. Snow banking. Wow, team. Just on balance, on cue. I mean, it can run over this stuff. I mean, this. Wow! Whoa. Maybe I can get a backflip off of that. That was pretty tough. Look at this thing, just bounces around. Oh no, not my leaf bags. Man, this thing is incredible, team. I know I've said it. Oh no! A million times this run, but I'm not kidding. I'm loving this thing. Don't take out the beamer. It slid underneath there. All right, team. Let's bring it on in. Bring it on in. Team, thanks for joining me on this maiden voyage of the Arrma Kraton V5. This does not disappoint. The new electronics in here, the new configuration, it feels absolutely lovely. Team, this thing is a beast. As you can see, it's a hell of a performer on the road. It can go over snowbanks. I can't wait to bash this and do a speed test. This is Mo. Appreciate the time. Every time, hit like and subscribe for more content like this.